people, I'm Nikki, and today I'll be teaching the choreography for Fever by GFRIEND. I'll be going over all the moves step by step, starting with the arms and then the leg motions, and then we'll put it all together with counts, 75% speed music, and then full speed music. The first move we have starts on the and count. So we have 7, 8, and you're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling and your head is going to look slightly up. And then on 1, you're going to drop your arms down to kind of so that your face and your hands are in line. So you've got 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And on 2, 3, 4, your arms are just going to slowly come down the rest of the way. On 5, 6, 7, 8, you're going to slowly walk backwards. So that looks like this. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're stepping with your right foot on 5 and your left foot on 7. Then on the 7 and, you're going to step out quickly with your right foot while your right arm comes up like this, and it's a slightly bent angle. So the next part, our chest is going to move in a counterclockwise direction in like an isolation. So you're only trying to move the upper part of your chest while everything else pretty much stays still. So on 1, it's going to go 1, and then on 2 and, it's going to pulse twice. So it's almost like someone is hitting you in the chest. On 3, your left arm is going to come up towards your chest, kind of in like an okay hand position. And then on 4, it's going to pulse again. So you've got 1, 2, and 3, 4. On 5, your arms are going to swing around like this, so your left arm comes around counterclockwise, like it's sweeping across a tabletop, and your right arm comes around your head like this. And your legs at this point are going to put all your weight pretty much on your right foot, and then bring it in back together on 6. So all together, it looks like 5, 6. And on 6, your right arm kind of sweeps across your chest. Starting from the beginning, we have 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's just do the choreography from the beginning up to where we've learned with 75% speed music.
지금 이 순간 후회 없이 보여주고 싶어 그저 네 심장에 뛰게 하고 싶어.
So this next part has a lot of pretty fast arm and leg motions. So you're going to be moving on every full count and half count. But don't worry, we'll go over everything so it all makes sense. The first 4 counts of this next section with just your arm motions, not your legs, are like so. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Breaking that down step by step, on the 1 count, we hit this motion where your left arm hits a 90-degree angle and your right arm punches out sideways. Then on the and count, it's like someone's punching you in the chest, so you have to contract your chest a bit. On 2, your right arm is going to swing behind your head like this, while your left arm kind of hits this half T position. So 2, on the and, your arm swings down. Then on the 3 and, your left arm drops down to your side, while your right arm kind of goes through this middle position, then up. So those first 3 counts are 1 and 2 and 3 and. And on 4 and, your right arm drops halfway and then in front of your face. So all together we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I promise you that once we add the leg motions, everything kind of fits together and almost makes more sense once we add the legs in. So now let's go over the legs for this section. On 1, you're going to kind of jump into this almost left lunge position, and your arms are going to hit this. And then on the and, when you contract your chest, you kind of bring your legs back together so that they're closed. So we have 1 and. On 2, we're going to hit this position and drop into this like squat. And when you swing your arm down, you're going to bring your left knee into face you're going to bring your right knee into face your left side. So 2 and. Then on 3 and, you're going to jump up on the and. So you go 3 and. So that by the and count, your legs should be together, your left arm should be down, and your right arm should be up in this position here. So just those 3 counts. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, on 4 and, like I said, you just bring your hand halfway down and then to your eye. And for this, your body position is pretty simple. You just kind of bounce twice. So you have 4 and. So good job, we're almost done with this section, which I think is actually probably the hardest part of this dance. So you've almost made it after the 4 and. On the 5, you don't do anything, but on and 6, your arms are going to swing in front of you and then hit this low V position. And at that same time, your right foot is going to kick in front of your left foot and then jump out. So we've got 4 and, 5 and 6. After that, our arms are going to hit this T position and swing back down on 7 and 8. And your feet at that time are kind of just going to go 7 and 8. But that first step, instead of just stepping straight together, is almost like your knee is angled inwards again. So you've got 7 and 8. So that when you add the arms, it looks like 7 and 8. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8.
하고 싶어 눈부신 달빛 아래 열대야 간장에 뛰게 하고 싶어 눈부신 달빛 아래 열대야 같은.
Okay, so we've almost made it to what I think is the most fun part of the dance, and we just have one more 8 count to get through before we get to that section. So we've almost made it. This next part is pretty simple. On 1 and 2, your arms will just go 1 and 2. So on 1, they hit out, then on and, they come back to your chest, and on 2, they kind of make a nice circle. And your legs at that time are going to go 1 and 2. On 3, our hands are going to hit this position, where your left, back side of your left hand is almost going to be touching your right cheek. And your right hand, the palm is going to be facing the floor. And at 3, we're going to jump out and hit this position. Now on 4 and, our hand is going to swing 4 and. And it's almost like there's a string connecting your hand to your head and your hips. Because when you swing your hand 4 and, you're going to change your head position and your hip position with it, just like that. So we've got 3, 4, and. Then on 5, 6, 7, 8, our feet are just going to step in, starting with your left foot. 5, 6. Then on 7, 8, it's going to kick backwards and then kick forwards like this, just like you're hinging at the knee. 7, 8. And your hands for 7, 8 are just going to kind of be in front of you and like there's a string connecting your foot and your hands. And that's the end of this section. So let's put it all together, all the way from the beginning, so what we've learned with counts, slowly, and then 75% and music. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8.
지금 이 순간 후회 없이 보여주고 싶어 그저 네 심장에 뛰게 하고 싶어 눈부신 달빛 아래 열대야 같은 사랑을 하고 있어 너와 나 지금 이 순간 후회 없이 보여주고 싶어 그저 네 심장에 뛰게 하고 싶어 눈부신 달빛 아래 열대야 같은 사랑을 하고 있어 너와 나.
So congratulations, we've made it to what I think is the most fun part of this dance, and it's also the last section I'm going to be teaching you. This next section starts from where we left off, which is 7, 8, and on 1, 2, our arms are going to swing around 1, 2, 2 times in this big clockwise circle. On 3 and 4, our hands are going to kind of come up our body, like they're dragging up our body, and then on 4, they're going to hit this sort of I don't know position, but with closed hands. So our arm motions are just 1, 2, 3, 4. The leg motions for this section are as so. We have 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's going on there is we're stepping sort of towards the camera, towards the front with the right foot. On 1, on 2, it steps behind the left foot. On 3, your left foot kind of steps forward and towards the left. And then on 4, you push off your right leg, so you swing onto your left foot. And this motion isn't really just like a step, it's more of a swing, like that. So we have 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. On 4 and, you're kind of going to do like a little bounce. So it's 4 and. Finally, on 5, our arms are going to go like this. So what's happening here is our right arm quickly goes down, then shortly after that, it switches place with the left arm so that the right arm is now up and the left arm is now down. And at the very same time, we're going to step back, or sort of towards the right, with our right foot and do a sort of backwards body roll this way. So what that looks like is 4 and 5, 6. And you roll through on 5, 6. After that, our arms on 7 and 8 are going to come out sort of like they're pressing against 2 walls on the side of us. And then on 1, it's going to hit this position where our right arm is sort of on our upper thigh and our left arm is pointed out towards the corner. Our legs for this section are going to be like this. 7 and 8 and 1. So breaking that down, on the 7 and the 8 count, our feet, both feet are going to be planted on the ground and sort of bent. And on the and counts in between, our right foot is kind of going to be kicking up towards our left foot. So we've got 7 and 8 and 1. And on 1, most of our weight should be on our right leg. So adding the arms with that, we have 7 and 8 and 1. Let's just put that new section together with counts. We have 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1. So we finally made it to the last section. You're going to start from this position that we hit on 1. And then on 2, you're going to keep this same position, but you're just going to rotate it so that you're facing the back now. So you're going to do that by pushing off on your left foot and swiveling on your right foot. You're going to push off and swivel so that you're now facing the back. On 3, you're going to do the exact same thing, continuing the circle to face the front again. So we have 1, 2, 3. After we hit 3 here, 4 and 5 is going to look like this. 4 and 5. So what that looks like is on 4, we're going to jump out and our arms are going to come down. On and, we're going to jump so that our right foot is crossed in front of our left foot. And on and, our feet are going to jump out again, but this time we're kind of going to swing to the left side of our body. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. After you slide to your left, you're just going to step on your right foot on 6, and then on 7, 8, you're just going to step forward with your left foot on 7, and on 8, go down into this sort of squat lunge position. So from 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's it. Now you've learned everything that I'm going to teach you today, so let's just quickly go over the very last section, starting from 7, 8, till what we've learned, and then we'll go over everything from the beginning with counts, 75% speed music, you know the drill. From 7, 8, we have 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8.
사랑을 하고 있어 너와 나 하고 있어 너와 나
From the beginning with counts, we have 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8. 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8.
지금 이 순간 후회 없이 보여주고 싶어 그저 네 심장에 뛰게 하고 싶어 눈부신 달빛 아래 열대야 같은 사랑을 하고 있어 너와 나 지금 이 순간 후회 없이 보여주고 싶어 그저 네 심장에 뛰게 하고 싶어 눈부신 달빛 아래 열대야 같은 사랑을 하고 있어 너와 나
So that's all for this video. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys and that you had fun learning this dance with me. If you'd like to see more content like this, more tutorials or more K-pop dance covers, please like and subscribe and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!